All right. Hello, everybody. Thank you all so much for being here. As you can see on your screen, we are dedicated to excellence, and that is why we are here tonight. We have an amazing virtual college fair to give all of you attending for our virtual college fair tonight. It is an HBCU, HSI, and NASI virtual college fair. So thank you all so much, brought to you by Cherry Creek Schools. Now, a couple different things before we get started. I want to introduce myself. My name is Sibel Racine. I'll be your facilitator for tonight. So I'll be in and out of the sessions, introducing the institutions for the entire virtual college fair. So we do have about 45 minutes tonight to get through some amazing institutions to give you some great information, but you want to know how you're going to ask questions and interact with them. First and foremost, if you want to ask any questions, you're going to use the Q&A down at the bottom of your Zoom screen. That Q&A button, go ahead and click it, and that is how you will type your answers, or your questions, I'm sorry, to get answered for basically any institution that you are checking out tonight. Please make sure you ask these questions at any time. Do not wait until the very end, because we will not be having a live Q&A with those questions. So please make sure that you ask them at any point in time, and the presenters for tonight can answer them. Also, in your question, please make sure you address the institution that the question goes to, so that we know directly who the question is for. Also, this is a webinar style formatted virtual college fair. So we do not have you on video, and you are muted, so the panelists cannot see or hear you at this time. So just make sure that you understand that. You'll be interacting through the Q&A. Now, occasionally, you will see some things pop up in your chat. Your chat is disabled, but you can definitely check the chat in order to see if any of the institutions maybe put a link that you may need to check out, or contact information. Also, sign up for more sessions. This is one of many college presentations going on this evening, so definitely sign up for a session for the next time slot. Last but not least, a recording will be available. All sessions will be recorded and will be available at strivescan.com/Cherry Creek in the coming days. So in case someone missed out on something, you're more than welcome to check it out with that recording. Now, without further ado, I'd like to introduce our first institution up for tonight. We have Barry University. Thank you all so much.
All right, so good evening, everyone. Well, first, can you guys hear me? Okay, yes. So good evening, everyone. My name is Justin Hoyt. I am located here in Miami, Florida from Virginia. I am an admissions counselor over at Barry University, also a 2 times alum. So tonight, right, I'm going to take a quick approach. Actually, I have a 1-slider. This is what we like to call and tease. Just for all of you, if you want, let me go ahead and share my screen. So what you can do is, the purpose of it, you can just take a quick screenshot and you have all this information. So I'll go through this. We are Barry University, located here in Miami, Florida, right off of 95. We're about a medium, and I say that very loosely. I don't like to say smaller medium. We're a medium, right? So we have about 33,000 undergrad students, 12-to-1 student to faculty ratio, very personalized in the education. What that means for you is all of your professors, they're not only your professor, they're also your academic advisor. So let's say the same person that's teaching you every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Tuesday, Thursday is also the person that's with you throughout all 4 years of your studies, to assist you with whenever it comes down to scheduling for classes and whatnot. And it also brings up that mentor-mentee relationship. And on top of that, they've worked in their fields. So they have these relationships that can help you when it comes down to internships and also with finding jobs. But it is going to rely on you to kind of build that relationship with them. Okay. So our average GPA for last year was a 3.4 weighted GPA, SAT 1020, ACT was a 20. Now, based upon your major, the requirements do vary. Of course, we can always discuss that. Application, we have no application fee, no essay, and no deadline. Rolling admissions, and we do accept Common App. And on top of that, we are officially test optional, right? So it'll take you all about 15 minutes to submit your app, and I'd love to review it. Athletics, we're NCAA Division II. We have quite a few sports, from basketball, soccer, volleyball, golf, tennis, baseball, softball, women's rowing, and yes, you can receive scholarships for all. And we have just introduced esports as well, and we're currently recruiting, with the future showcase coming up on March 23rd. So we'll have a lot of information about that as well. Whenever it comes down to academics, over 60 different majors, along with that personalized education, it is very, very hands-on. I can speak on that personally from my personal experience. I was a broadcast communications major. Within the first week, walked into my classroom and they were like, hey, you know what? This is the syllabus. Took it straight to the lab and we had 3 huge cameras that you had to sign a waiver, basically stating if you broke it, you had to buy it. And one camera was about $15,000. So I did my best to make sure I studied what it was. So I knew whenever I was going to be playing with this equipment, I wasn't going to be risking my life and my debt. So now let's talk about the cost, right? Our tuition, we're about $31,200. Room and board is an additional $11,600, right? So let's just sum that up. Let's just say roughly about $43,000. Even though that's the total cost to attend, you'll never pay that full price. And the reason why is because of this bullet point right here. So we have merit awards to go up to $19,000 renewable for all 4 years. Not really a math major, but that's about maybe $72,000. And that's outside of any scholarships you would receive or any financial aid you'd be coming in with. And every student receives a merit award as well. So that goes between $5,000 up to that $19,000. Addition to that, well, outside of that, we have our STAMP scholarship, which is our top tier scholarship. It is a full ride, like it says right here, for all 4 years and covers everything and gives you an additional $6,000. So how do you receive it? You have to have a 3.5 or higher weighted GPA. And then outside of that, we want to know you. We want to know what leadership qualities that you have, right? So we're going to ask if you're the president of any clubs, leader, the captain of any teams, community service hours, mentee, mentor programs, any of that. Even if you are the older or youngest sibling, congratulations, you're a part of a mentorship, right? So go ahead, submit that. And then now is our honors program. So to qualify for this, you need to have a 3.7 weighted GPA, 1310 SAT, 28 ACT, and it gives you an additional $5,000. And the fun part about that is that $5,000 can stack on top of that $19,000. So you got $24,000. You already cut that full price down in half. And that's not even including your financial aid, right? So I'm going to go ahead and end it with that. If you want, I will provide my contact information. But once again, my name is Justin Hoyt. You can reach me via email at jhoyte@berry.edu. And then I'll provide my number, which is 305-899-3164. I'll be here all night, so thank you all.
All righty. Awesome. Thank you so much, Justin. If you have any questions for Berry University, please put it down in the Q&A down below. Once again, please make sure you are addressing the institution that the question is for. Next up, we have Metro State University of Denver.
Well, good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Cameron Simmons. I am the Director of Diverse Recruitment at Metropolitan State University of Denver. I'm so excited to be sharing with you all today. So I'm going to share my screen now and we'll jump in. All right. So Metropolitan State University of Denver is located in the middle of downtown Denver. So not too far. We're right in the heart of the city, very close to a number of attractions, very accessible to a lot of our businesses here in Denver. So a wonderful, wonderful place to learn and grow. I wanted to start with our view book today and just kind of give you a little bit of background information around our president, a wonderful, wonderful woman who is student-focused, student-centered. I think that's very important when you're thinking about a college, is what does the president think? If you're not the center, we should be having other conversations. So we're really excited that we have a very student-centered president who really focuses on what is the best outlet for our students. What do our students need? How do we meet those needs? And then how do we then give back to the community that will continue to send us students? So I'm really grateful to have a leader in Janine Davidson, and who's worked with President Obama, who's worked in our government and our military. So really excited to have her. I now wanted to talk about what is life like on campus. We're in the middle of downtown. How do we navigate the space? Unfortunately, we are not a residential campus, so there's no way for you to actually stay and live on our campus. But there's tons of great and fun things to get involved with on our campus. We have about 120 student organizations and clubs. We are a Division II NCAA university. So we have about 16 Division II teams. So please come and cheer on our road runners. We also have a number of opportunities to get involved. So that's homecoming, That's Fall Festival. And then we're, again, did I mention we're in the middle of downtown? So we're actually right across the street from the Ball Arena. So if you ever want to go see the Nuggets play, you can just walk across the street and you can go see the Nuggets. If they open back up Elages, you can go to Elages if you want to have some fun during the summer. And then if you're looking for an internship opportunity, we're right in downtown. So just walk down the street and go talk to some companies, some organizations, and figure out how to get involved there. Speaking of companies and organizations, we have amazing partnerships through our applied service learning. It's an awesome opportunity to really jump in and get involved. We have about 1,200 students participate in our applied service learning each year. Here we go. So our application is pretty simple. We are a modified open access institution. So that means that if you have a 2.6 or above, you will automatically be admitted to the university. If you have a 2.59 and below, we will send you to something called our application review. Just because you don't have a 2.6 doesn't mean you're not going to get in. We just want to be able to review some documents, maybe ask you for some additional information if we need it. Also, you will not need to submit your official transcripts when you first apply. We'll just allow you to type that in, and we'll trust that you're giving us the right stuff. And then we'll just ask for that later once you get your admission decision. Additionally, we are a test optional institution, so don't feel like you need to turn in your test scores, which is awesome. And really, you don't have to do any essays either. So it's a quick and easy application. We would love to see who you are, get to know you a little bit better through that application, but know that it won't take you too much time. We are a larger institution. We do have about 18,000 students, and that's both undergrad and graduate. We're very proud to have these students, but we're also very proud that 46% of our students identify as students of color. So not only is that representative in our student population, but our staff and faculty are pretty diverse as well. I preach on representation matters, and as a Hispanic serving institution, you will have professors that look like you, you will have directors that look like you will have faculty and staff that look like you. And we're very excited to host and have those opportunities for you to engage on those levels, and also just see yourself in the people that are teaching you or supporting you through the process. We do have some awesome alumni. Most of those alumni actually work and live in Denver or in Colorado. So we're really excited to have an expansive alumni network that works with our students and really helps to bring them internship opportunities, but also job opportunities in the future once you're looking for career opportunities. So that's really awesome. Here's a list of our degrees. You're not going to memorize all of them, but we do have a plethora, over 100 areas of study that you can choose from. So it's really an awesome opportunity to really jump in and think about, what do you want to do? And know that you don't need to necessarily know that when you come into the institution, and that you have the option and the possibility to change and flip those things around, or change your mind, and that's perfectly fine. Finally, cost. We are the most affordable four-year institution in the state of Colorado. So don't feel like you're going to be spending tons of money coming to Metropolitan State University, but it doesn't negate the level of academic rigor that we have. And so that is my time. Thank you so much for spending the evening with me, and I look forward to answering your questions.
Thank you so much. If you have any questions for Metropolitan State University of Denver, please put it down in that Q&A down at the bottom. All right, next up we have San Diego State University.
All right. Good evening, everyone. My name is Brian Zahn. I am the Regional Admissions and Recruitment Manager at San Diego State University. SDSU is one of the 23 schools that make up the California State University system, and we're the southernmost campus in the CSU system and one of the highest ranked in the system as well. Let's see if I can get this. There we go. Good slides go. Home to almost 30,000 undergraduate students, SDSU is a Forbes Best Value College, ranked highly for ethnic diversity, is top 10 for graduation rate performance. We have close to 100 undergraduate academic programs, over 600 study abroad programs in 70+ different countries, and NCAA Division I sports. SDSU is really able to offer amazing academic, social, cultural, and recreational opportunities to students. But tonight, what I want to focus on is just a few key highlights: our beautiful campus location, the rigorous academic programs, the active student life and campus, and our diverse and inclusive community. So we're located in San Diego, California, and really it offers a dynamic and beautiful campus location. It's nicknamed America's finest city. San Diego is the second largest city in California and has near perfect weather year round. It's a city blessed with amazing beaches, beautiful parks, a thriving economy, active art scene, and unique neighborhoods and communities. As a college student in San Diego, the direct benefits are numerous to you. Entertainment opportunities, educational exploration, athletic and recreational possibilities, job and internship opportunities, cultural and civic engagement. If there's really something you want to do, explore, see, or experience, there's a good chance that it will be available to you as an SDSU Aztec. Some unique campus resources available to you include the Mount Laguna Observatory, the Lavin Entrepreneurship Center, the Santa Margarita Ecological Reserve Field Station, the Coastal Marine Institute Labs, the Center for Clinical and Cognitive Neuroscience, and the Human Patient Simulation Center. Within 30 minutes or less of campus, you also have downtown, Balboa Park, and the world famous San Diego Zoo, Coronado Beach, Mission Bay Park and SeaWorld, hundreds of miles of hiking, biking, and equestrian trails. And if you wish to venture farther away, you'll find national parks and ski resorts just like back home in Colorado. But of course, the true purpose of any college is getting and earning your degree. We have, as I mentioned, close to 100 majors organized into 7 different colleges. And we also have an SDSU global campus for online and returning students. So there's just about something for everyone. The Fowler College of Business has many of our highly rated majors, including finance, real estate, and marketing. The College of Engineering offers 8 Abbott accredited programs, including 2 of our fastest growing majors in mechanical engineering and electrical and computer engineering. Aspiring teachers will find a welcome home in the College of Education. The College of Health and Human Services includes our direct entry nursing program, which is one of the top programs in the country. And many of the students in the College of Professional Studies and Fine Arts pursue degrees in criminal justice and hospitality and tourism management. And then we have the College of Sciences offers one of our most popular majors, which is psychology. And finally, the College of Arts and Letters has a wide variety of majors in areas such as foreign languages, sociology, sustainability, economics, and philosophy. So, earning your degree is a key component, but we also want you to have fun, and that's important. So whether you want to play a sport, you want to join one of the more than 300 clubs and organizations, lead a community service project, write for the newspaper, or work for the campus radio station, you'll find endless opportunities to stay active and engaged with the campus. And at SDSU, living on campus is more than just residence halls and roommates. We want it to feel like home. So, depending on your interests, majors, there are residential learning communities for just about everything. Discover San Diego is a great way to make friends and explore your new home. Future education professionals, journey into entrepreneurship, Weber Honors Residential College, and women in science and engineering are just some of the other options. As an out-of-state student, you are required to live on campus for your first 2 years. So, why not get involved or join one of the residential learning communities with students who share similar interests, academic goals, or career aspirations. And the advantages to living on campus are numerous. Research indicates that students that live on campus and have that campus experience have higher GPAs, report a better overall college experience, and graduate in a timely fashion. So this active student life and residential opportunities really make it easy to make new friends, build relationships, and grow your professional and personal networks. As I mentioned at the top, SDSU really has been recognized for its campus diversity and inclusion, and it truly is a model for what dedicated public universities can do by creating inclusive academic environments. SDSU is home to 8 different cultural centers, and their mission is to support student success through a framework that addresses equity, justice, and inclusion. Since 2012, SDSU has been designated a Hispanic serving institution. We've been awarded the Higher Education Excellence and Diversity Award multiple times, which is the only national award recognizing and honoring colleges and universities that exhibit outstanding commitment to diversity and inclusion across their campuses. Campus Pride has actually ranked SDSU the 12th best college in the country for LGBTQ students. And we're also recognized as a top institution for military families and veterans. But building campus community is more than just rankings, data, numbers, lists. So it's important really to join one of our virtual student panels. attend a prospective student event, or engage with alumni in your local area to truly discover what SDSU is like. So if you're ready to join the SDSU community, what do you need to know for the application and admission purposes? Students apply at calstate.edu/apply. Evaluation is based on GPA, completion of the A through G courses, and intended major. We're test blind for fall 2022. The application is available in the fall for 2 months, and decisions are sent in March, and you have until May 1st to submit your intent to enroll. So thank you for your time. I hope you'll consider joining the SDSU Aztec family. Good luck with your college search process. Be well, be safe. Thank you for your time, and please reach out to me if you have any questions. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Brian. If you have any questions for San Diego State University, please put it down in the Q&A at the bottom. Next up, we have University of Nevada, Las Vegas.
There we go. Alrighty. Well, hello everyone. Let me go ahead and start my timer. So my name is Ryan Romero, and thank you so much for joining me here in my condo. I actually live on the Vegas Strip. So you right now are joining me on the Las Vegas Strip, which is so cool to say. I'm going to just go ahead and start sharing my screen like everyone else. I am an admissions counselor at UNLV, but I was also a two-time graduate of the university as well. I got my undergrad degree in hospitality management, and I just recently got my master's degree at UNLV. So it is truly, truly a place like no other. I'm originally from California. I didn't know a single person when I came to UNLV, but I was able to really leave my mark. I was a student body vice president. I was a homecoming king, graduation speaker. I helped UNLV break a world record. So anything you can do, you can really do at UNLV. And that's really why it's a place like no other. So kind of going into what UNLV is as a whole and how to get ready to join. So our admission requirement as listed on the screen is going to be a 3.0 core GPA. So the 3.0 core GPA is the English, Math, Social Science, and Natural Science. If you don't have that, we can also admit you off an 1120 on the SAT or a 22 on the ACT. You only need one of those to be admitted. You don't need all three, and test scores are optional for us as well. So it's always a great option to consider if you didn't have the option to take the SAT or the ACT. If you are transferring, if you're going to be transferring at a later time, that's what a lot of students do as well. We look for about a 2.5 GPA if you don't meet our admission criteria right away. If you are a freshman coming out of high school, you don't meet that 3.0 requirement, let us know, reach out, and we'll see what we can do for some options as well. For tuition, in-state students that are joining us from the wonderful state of Nevada, it's going to be around 8,600. Out-of-state students is around 24,000 per year. And what I will say is I was at UNLV back in 2013, and the tuition amount has not gone up drastically since then. I remember paying that pretty much that same amount. So that's something that UNLV really holds dear, is to try to be as accommodating as much as possible when it comes to tuition. As far as scholarships, there are too many to list on this one presentation. So my recommendation is reach out to us, and we can definitely go into more detail about where you're joining us from, whether you're in-state, out-of-state, particular major, your GPA, various factors that we can go into and really talk in detail about what is the best financial aid package for you and see how we can get you those scholarships that are renewable in the long term. And then one of our mottos right now is Rebels Make It Happen. And I cannot say how true this is, that Rebels at UNLV really make it happen in all ways, shapes, or form. We're 31,000 students. That's the largest the university has ever been, and we're growing from there. We come from all 50 states and all 80 countries, all 50 states and then 80 countries from across the world. So if you have anyone that's joining us from, or if you have any siblings or know anyone that's joining us from Antarctica, we would love to have them because that would increase our country as well. We have students joining us from ages ranging from 17 all the way up to 82. So if you have grandparents, bring them down. You can carpool to campus and maybe share a class with them. And it really shows kind of a wide variety of what we can do as a whole and really step up. Your Rebel and Rebels really make it happen as a whole. So let's talk about kind of Rebels isn't just our nickname. It really goes deep into what UNLV is as a whole. We have about 300 and we are on about 350 acres. And we're really in the heart of Las Vegas. We are about 1.5 miles down the street from the Strip. So a wide variety of options of students that really get engaged either on the Las Vegas Strip or the surrounding community, depending on what your major is. And For our colors are scarlet and gray, and that really bleeds into all aspects of what our university looks at the entertainment capital of the world. The city is always going, regardless of what major you're looking for. We really want you to be engaged in whether it's sports, classes, the different areas of either in Las Vegas or the surrounding mountain areas, which are great for hiking as a whole. And as you can see in this picture, here's the campus. There's the Las Vegas Strip. We are right there. And we always have parents worry about, oh, what about the safety issue? So it's very minimal when it comes to that. We have a great police services department that can really go into depth of what is available for you as a whole. Now, diversity isn't just a buzzword with UNLV. We've been ranked in the top 5 for the most diverse campuses in the country, year in and year out, and it keeps growing from there. We have over 400 student organizations and growing if you would like to make some, representing more than 100 cultural, ethnic, and religious-based organizations here on campus. Now, for the student-faculty ratio, we have about 20 students to 1 faculty, 80 majors, 42 minors, and this is growing as a whole. We just recently became an R1 school, which is very high research status, and it's very hard for universities to get, only 120, and we're one of them. Here's a list of all the majors, quite a few to check out, and I will send you the link on how to get this so you can really click into all of them. Now, just a review of what it looks like. We are available on the Common application and our UNLV application. Priority deadline was November 1st, but we still have scholarships available if you are looking to apply. June 1st is going to be our application deadline. And then the freshman criteria is on the right-hand side as a whole. And then just to wrap it on up as my timer goes off, here's what you're going to do next. You're going to go to our virtual events that we have available online. You're going to begin your application, and you're going to connect with an admissions counselor to really go into detail about how we can go your next step. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ryan. If you have any questions for University of Nevada, Las Vegas, please put it down in the Q&A at the bottom. Last but certainly not least, we have University of Texas, San Antonio.
Hello, everybody. Let me go ahead and start my timer. My name is Dr. Annika Rodriguez. I am representing the University of Texas at San Antonio, Birds Up. I am the admissions counselor for our out-of-state students that plan to attend UTSA. Thanks for hanging in there with me and kind of staying through the entire process. Just to give you some background, I am a proud 3-time alumni from UTSA. So this will be quick, so feel free to take out your phones, take some pictures during the presentations, and I will have a QR code available to you just in case you want to sign up and learn more about UTSA. So let's go ahead and kick it off. The University of Texas at San Antonio is located in the beautiful state of Texas, the best state in the world if you ask any Texan. So deep in the heart of Texas is where we are located in the beautiful hill country. So let's go ahead and dive in a little bit deeper. San Antonio is the 2nd largest city in Texas and the 7th largest in the nation. So there is a whole lot to explore in San Antonio. We are best known for the Riverwalk and the Alamo, but also be sure to check out some of the awesome Tex-Mex food that we have, maybe some historical sites, or you can take a ghost tour around the Alamo and see if you find any ghosts. I will promise you that there is always going to be a time to do something and you're never going to be bored. So let's take a look to see where our campuses are located in San Antonio. So UTSA actually has 4 campuses available. Our largest and most well-known, where most of our student population goes, is our main campus located on the north side of town, right across from some amazing entertainment options for students. And in the heart of the city center is our downtown campus as well, just a short walking distance from the historic Market Square and the coveted Riverwalk. So in addition to those 2 campuses, we also have our Park West campus. So for you athletic fans or prospective athletes, that will be the future home of our Roadrunner Athletic Center for Excellence. So that's really exciting news. And then last but not least, for you history buffs, we do also have a Hemisphere Park campus location, which houses our Historic Institute for Texan Culture. So let's take a look at some of the housing communities. So for those of you that are interested in living on campus, it's not a requirement, but we do have 6 communities available for you on our main campus, as well as some options for downtown. Now, the range of living situations kind of varies between dorm style, private suites, and apartment style living to kind of fit your needs. In addition, we do also have 160-degree programs available. This is a quick snapshot. I would definitely recommend go ahead and take a picture of this. That is our areas of study website. And be sure to check out our brochure. It is in English and in Spanish. So for those of you future medical professionals, we also do offer some health-related areas of study for those of you that are hoping to go on to medical school or in these medical professions. Here is a list of some of the pre-health programs that UTSA has to offer. Also, for you future engineers, we do offer at least 6 engineering programs. And just as something that I'm really proud to say is that many of our students end up working for companies like Boeing, Raytheon, NASA, and Dell. So let me go ahead and dive into some of our accolades. We are nationally ranked for producing the highest number of Hispanic engineers. In addition, we are ranked #1 in the nation in awarding degrees to Hispanic students. One accolade that I'm especially proud of is that we were rated the #1 cybersecurity program in the nation. So now that I've possibly caught your attention, let's go ahead and look at the application process real quick. Very simple process, as everybody here that's presented has. The application can be found on commonapp.org. You would pay a $70 application fee, or we do accept fee waivers if you're eligible. Make sure to turn in those high school transcripts. And if you have taken SAT or ACT, go ahead and submit those. Those are waived though until the summer of 2023. We also highly recommend any dual credit, letters of recommendation, and essays if you have those available as well. So how would you get into UTSA? If you are ranking the top 25% of your class, I will say congratulations, you are already admitted into UTSA. All you gotta do is submit that application. If you rank in that second 25, which is around that top 50, if you submit test scores of 1170 or 24, again, automatic admission is offered to you at UTSA. But let's say, for example, you don't meet that criteria right there. No need to worry. We do also have a committee review available where we review those extra documents that I just asked you to make sure to submit. From there, we can render a decision for you. So you're into UTSA. So how much does it cost from here then? So let's look at the affordability. For those of you that would be considered out-of-state students, this is a rough estimate of our cost of attendance. I will say it is an inflated amount. By no means, I don't think I've ever seen a student really hit that mark unless they've gotten sort of like the highest range of everything. But this is an estimate that our financial aid office wants to offer just to kind of give you some wiggle room on that. And this is for our out-of-state students. But let's say, for example, you are eligible for in-state. Look at that number kind of go down quite a bit. And you might be asking, well, Anna, how do I become eligible to become an in-state student and pay that tuition? Very simple. All you got to do is make sure to get into our scholarship hub, fill out that application that auto matches you with one of the hundreds of scholarships that we have available. And for those students that tend to, get awarded up to $1,000 or more in competitive scholarships, will be eligible for in-state tuition. So if you have any more questions, go ahead and fill out that QR code once you take that picture. That's my dog Nubs right there. We also have some virtual events if you visit our website, and be sure to follow us on social media at UTSA Future RR. Thank you, everybody.
Awesome. Thank you so much. If you have any questions for University of Texas San Antonio, please put it down in the Q&A quickly. We do have a few extra minutes, so I did want to kind of present a question to all of my representatives here tonight. So if you all would like to come up back on video, that would be fantastic. So we can answer these questions. Now, again, my attendees, quickly check the chat because we have some links in there, some different things. So don't forget to check the chat. And again, we have a couple extra minutes if you need to ask a question. Now, we do have a question I'd like to pose to everybody. I'm sure we could get through everyone at least for this one. But the question is, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process? So Barry University, you are first.
So, advice I would give. I'm really big on money. Like I'm really big on avoiding student debt and everything else. So I would say definitely try to find colleges that are going to, and I'm not saying this just because we do it, but I'm also saying it because of, finances and refund checks. But try to find colleges that have a lot of scholarship opportunities, that are going to reward you for your performance in high school, and then also have that assistance, so great internship opportunities and job opportunities, work study opportunities as well, because work study can be pretty competitive. And then of course that has your major, and also that mentoring niche that can kind of like push you to of course step out of your comfort zone, because college is not only the academics, but it's the full experience. You're going to grow in every aspect. That's my advice I'd give.
Awesome. Thank you. Metropolitan State University of Denver.
Absolutely. I'll say three things. I think the first thing is have vision. So know what your non-negotiables are for college, understand what you want in a college experience and what you don't. I think the second thing is intention. Be intentional about who and how you reach out. I think also with intention comes preparation. So make sure that you're preparing. Write down questions. Think outside the box. You don't always have to ask the question about academics or campus life, but you can say, how do people find joy here? Do people find love on this campus? Is it a love campus? Things like that. And then the third thing I say is be okay with changing your mind, because colleges, it's a choice that you can make, but you have choices. And so be okay with, having a choice today and then having a different choice tomorrow, and just kind of flesh out why those choices are different. And again, do things with intention and with vision.
Awesome. Fantastic advice so far. San Diego State University.
My biggest advice to students about the college search process is don't try and win the process. I feel like students get stressed out about trying to find a perfect college or the biggest name, or they're constantly comparing, where their classmates got into or where their parents went, or, what is the school ranked, or numbers or lists and all those things. You want to find the school that's the right match for you. So it may be a name brand institution that you know of, and people, maybe they have a big time basketball program or football program, or it might be a school you've never heard of, and their academic profile or offerings are different, or they have a different campus schedule, or maybe there's schools that have, like, you don't declare a major, you declare like how you're going to solve a problem. So you've really got to find what works for you, understand who you are, and choose the college that's going to provide you the educational experience that you want, not what your friends want, not what US News and World Report says is the best business program. So try to enjoy it. Don't get stressed out about it. And it's not a competition to win.
Awesome. Thank you. University of Nevada, Las Vegas.
Yeah, Brian literally took the words out of my mouth in that aspect. Well, I remember, so I always talk about my college experience and that journey. When I was very involved in high school, I was like all ahead of it and applied to like all my schools. And I had the dream schools, my realistic schools, and my backup schools. Applied to my dream school, the University of Redlands, and my mom worked at the university. I was like, oh, it'd be great to go there because like tuition be free, all the things were covered. Got denied. I was like, okay, let's look at the realistic schools. The realistic schools, went to the college, just didn't like the feel of the campus. Fit is definitely a big aspect of where you're looking at. So definitely feel like you have that fit. Didn't work out for free for that college. And the other college I was looking at in my realistic schools, just didn't have the major I wanted to do. So I was like April, May, I was like, I don't know what to do. My high school counselor is literally my saving grace. So that's my recommendation as well. Talk to your high school counselor in depth. My high school counselor recommended, hey, you should check out the University of Nevada, Las Vegas. And never being out of the state to Las Vegas, I was like, there's a university in Las Vegas, that's a thing. Yeah, there is. So it's big and I didn't know about it. Applied, checked it out, and here I am 8 years later talking about the university and how much I love it. So be flexible with your options. Sometimes your backup school, my school that literally I didn't know existed, became my dream school. So I always look for what looks the best for you. Because at the end of the day, it's your academic journey. You're going to be the one that's going to be telling the stories later on.
Fantastic. Awesome. And last but not least, University of Texas, San Antonio.
Thank you. So I think we're all in agreement here with my colleagues about fit and making sure that, you know, you kind of follow this amazing journey. I think a lot of times we're so stressed out as new students about having to apply to every school possible, or, you know, making sure that you make the dream work for you in the way that you had it set in regards to your goals. But really, the journey is the most exciting part about getting to college. And I agree with what everybody said, that, you know, fit is a big thing and we don't talk much about it. At least in popular culture, it's always about what is the most, you know, coveted school, but really fit is going to change your life forever. I was in the same boat as Ryan, trying to figure out what the perfect school was, and UTSA was nowhere in my sights, and I just stumbled upon it. And when I you know, when I attended for one of their events, you know, they invited me and they had this warm welcoming for me. And right then and there is when I felt like UTSA was the school for me. And whether that is UTSA for these students here, whether that is Las Vegas, maybe, I would say make sure that you feel in that gut feeling that this is, that whatever school that you're at is the school for you, because it's about the community. It's about how comfortable you feel. It's going to be how happy you are, because that's going to help you succeed at the end.
Such great advice. Thank you all so much. It is so important, all these things that these presenters and these institutions were saying tonight. And please, you know, take some notes, and I hope you did, because they all mentioned things that are extremely important in your college search process. So thank you all so much for that. Also, thank you so much, attendees, for just being here with us this evening and joining the presentation. Like I said, we've had some amazing institutions present. And so it is so important that you are here, because this is your college search process, right? So again, thank you all so much for being here for the virtual college fair. Quick little things before I head out, because honestly, that is all the time we have tonight. I know time flies when you're having fun. But again, don't forget to check out the links and the email addresses and the different things that you either learned or screenshot or maybe had in the chat tonight, to follow up with some of these institutions that you may be interested in. Now, when you close out your window, very, very quickly, there'll be a 4-question survey that will appear. So attendees, it is super important that we get your feedback. So please fill that survey out if you could please do so. Also, sign up for more sessions. This is one of many college presentations for this evening. So go ahead, there is another time slot coming up. So feel free to sign up if you would like to. But let's say you had a friend, maybe grandma, a cousin, whoever missed out on tonight, or maybe you just decided that you were going to maybe miss out on one college presentation, but now you want to go back and check it out. Well, a recording will be available at strivescan.com/Cherry Creek. So definitely check that out, please. And again, it should be in the next coming days as well. Once again, y'all, thank you all so much for being here. We really appreciate it. And stay safe. And I'm coming from Pennsylvania, so stay warm if you are not warm. Have a great night, y'all. See you later. Bye-bye.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Sybil.
Thanks, everybody. See ya.
Have a good night.